welcome back to the Summerland Sorority Podcast, episode 2. Yay! Thank you, everybody who watched episode 1 and is on this little journey with us. Yeah. Today we're kind of doing a little bit of a recap of episode 1, how we talked about the ups and downs, how we talked about the industry, and today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the conversations that estheticians aren't having. It's kind of a big topic, so I feel like it's worth touching back down on.
Definitely. Going deeper into certain topics and stuff like burnout, boundaries, and building a business in general. And still kind of what they don't teach you in school, and what we've learned along the journey so far. So welcome. And thank you. I feel like we've gotten so much feedback. Good feedback.
Yes.
On episode 1.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting. And thank you guys for watching.
All of the shares, all the likes and comments and everything like that. Thank you guys. Obviously, it's just the beginning. We're hoping to keep growing and having more, people on the podcast with us. And we'll see where it all goes. Well, mental health check-in, because we want to start always doing that first. So let's rate our weeks. Did I start last time? I think I started last time. So
yeah,
it's all you.
I feel like you had a really good week though.
I did. Yeah, I did. But wait, this isn't about me. Hold on. You rate your week first.
Okay. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I think last week was like a 6. It was a pretty rough week.
Family stuff.
Yeah.
Life stuff.
Yeah.
Birthday plans getting a little thrown off. Yeah, I guess it has been kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna try and pivot and make the best of everything and stuff. But yeah, I would say a 6 out of 10. What about you?
Fair. I don't know. I feel like I have had such a whirlwind for like the past. It's like technically been like, it's been a minute since we actually recorded. We had some technical difficulties after we recorded the first episode, so it took us a minute to get it up. So there's been some time in between. I have had a lot of ups and downs, honestly. If I had to rate it. Overall, I think I would give it like an 8. Yeah, There was some lows. There was some incredible highs. I've had like some life changes lately. Also, it's the year of the fire horse now.
Yes.
The year of the snake has ended. It is now the year of the fire horse. If you don't pay attention to the Chinese calendar or astrology or anything like that, this is like a big shift for everybody. We just ended a 9-year cycle, a 9-year karmic cycle. And I feel that 9 years coming to an end, and sure. I feel like I had some things stripped away from me that were just like not for me, because you can't block your blessings, so you have to be able to kind of let things go that don't serve you to bring in things that are meant for you. And I feel like right off top with this year of the fire horse, it hit me. It hit me hard. So I would say like a 7-8.
That's good though. That's good. That's good. What about is there anything that's feeling heavy now?
A little. So we have a room open at the spa, which is always an exciting opportunity to bring somebody new in. But just filling the space gives me anxiety. We've had amazing people come through here and work with us, and we've had some not so great scenarios. So every time that we have space open, I get a little nervous, and I'm just like, okay, I just keep hoping the right person is meant to come and find us. We have done some walkthroughs already, so we will see, but that kind of feels a little bit heavy just because,
That's one of the stresses on a business owner
that
isn't talked about enough.
Yeah, especially when you're running your business the way that I am, which we're a team, like I've talked about, we're a team, but everybody's independent and renting their own rooms. So realistically, I need my space rented, I need my rooms filled, and I need hands on, especially with the spa bundles that we do. So I always need estheticians and massage therapists in here, and right now I am down an esthetician and a massage therapist, which is not great for our spa bundles. So I'm fingers crossed that we have the right person decide to make this their home. So that's feeling a little bit heavy on me, but what about you? Anything feeling heavy?
I think life, like I said.
Mm.
Yeah. I think just the reality of it all.
Personal things.
Yeah, family stuff, but nothing that we can't get through.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's all phases.
Right.
Yeah. But what is feeling aligned? What's feeling good and aligned right now?
I feel like work and this.
Yeah, that's true.
This makes me feel so happy.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about doing this for so long.
We have, yeah. I'm a little low energy today, sorry.
Yeah.
But I promise I am happy. I'm happy to be here, I swear to God.
Yeah.
And I feel like this kind of did align at the right time. Like, I think that we've been having some, like, bigger things kind of open up for us lately and, like, connections being made. And, I feel like it's so important for us to get our voice out. I think one of our biggest hurdles is literally people just knowing that we exist. So being able to do this and, you know, kind of like widen our span on social media and just eyes that's being put on us, I feel like it ultimately is going to make such a huge difference. So that is feeling aligned. I agree with that.
And we talk about mental health and like normalizing not being on or not being good all the time, you know, and like, and it shows our grit showing up still, even though we probably didn't feel like filming today, you know, but we still showed up, and I'm sure we're gonna walk out of here and be excited. We're
probably gonna be in a better mood, honestly, because like as soon as we like start to be in our bubble with our people, then like the spirits kind of rise a little bit. But yeah, sometimes it is hard to come into work, and it's not that we don't love it here, because we do, but sometimes the world is just heavy and energy is heavy, and it is like a separation of trying not to bring that into the workspace and even bring that into our clients' bubble too. I think that's a big thing. Yeah. So just that.
Well, with that, do you want to get into our peak and our pit then of the week?
Heck yeah.
Okay. What was your peak and your pit?
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't have to be life. Like, it has to be about your life, but it doesn't have to be, like, about personal things, I guess. It could be, like, a peak or pit about work or something else.
Oh, peak was that we just did the Pilates Brunch Club event, the first one of the year. It was sound bath and stretch. And that was great. Like, we had so much fun. I feel like we made a lot of really good connections. And we also signed on to be at all of the rest of the Pilates Brunch Club events for the rest of the year. So that is
huge. Shout out to Victoria.
Shout out to Victoria. Thank you for, like, the opportunity and everything. Because we were so excited to just kind of, like, join the team, that, like, group of women. Because it's such a good supportive team of women. So really excited about that. I think that's definitely a peak. For sure.
Definitely peak of the month for sure.
Yeah.
Pit.
PG&E bill.
Ooh. Yeah.
Do I need to say more?
Bills.
Like these bills are pissing me off.
And let's talk about how it's a short month. Can we get a cut on some rent for the I mean, it's only 28 days instead of 30 or 31.
Yeah, I wish that I could give you guys shorter, like less, like them pay me rent, but like nope, because the lease on the building is still due and it's still the same amount. Yeah.
Isn't it same with March too?
Yeah. No, I think March is
March still has 30. 30? Is it 30? Sorry.
I feel like
I think yes, it's
right. Yes, of course it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, 31.
31?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I should.
Like it has to. Yeah. February, March.
Whatever.
We're just girls.
Yeah.
Anyway, how about you?
Peak. I get to see my sister.
Oh,
I haven't seen her since January, so like 2 months almost. But I get to see my sister. She's coming home from college for spring break next month, which is in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I just found that out, which I'm really excited.
Yay.
My pit of the week is my Mexico trip getting canceled. We had to cancel it due to everything that is going on out there. By the time this is posted, hopefully it's calmed down out there a little bit, but we didn't want to risk it. It's in like 3 weeks. And so...
and they were about to be flying right into the heart of it, so...
Yeah, we were literally going to Puerto Vallarta, so... we'll push that off. We'll push that off. Prayers to everybody out there, though. It's very serious, and I'm glad that it didn't happen, like, while we were out there and stuff. I hope everybody gets back safe and everything calms down. So we're kind of we're going to figure out tonight when I get home what we're going to do. We're thinking like the DR or maybe like, I don't know, Puerto Rico or something. Somewhere. I still want to go on the beach, you know?
Oh, you're still trying to make a trip happen, for sure.
Definitely. We were able to get our money back and stuff, so.
That's good.
That's my pit of the week. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy, I guess.
Yeah, just things
sad.
Changing. Yeah.
I'm
sad, but with the condition of the world, I guess it's probably, you know.
Better off.
Yeah.
Better off for sure. So.
Yeah. But today we're going to be talking about burnout in the industry, because burnout is a huge issue that really, I mean, you can run into burnout with any job that you possibly have. But I think that with our industry specifically, because of how hard you truly have to hustle when you're independent, it really, burnout can hit you so easily, especially in like the slower winter months. You know, people aren't spending as much money on themselves. Like the holidays kind of take away from people wanting to do self-care and spend that extra money because they're, you know, out there buying Christmas presents and just trying to save, and then like also trying to recoup after Christmas, and people have been on vacations and trips and stuff like that. So it is the slow season for us. Luckily, April, like once that starts coming around, April, May, and then into like summer, it definitely starts to pick up. But when you hit those like slow months, ooh, that is the peak of burnout, because you're like, what am I doing with my life? Like, we don't get a consistent paycheck. I feel like that's one thing that people fail to remember is that there is nobody paying us.
Right.
Like our clients are our only income, unless you have like some other type of job, which some people do. A lot of times you kind of have to have like a job just so that you can have the passion project. You always need supplemental income. Like it's hard to not, especially in today's society and today's economy. So yeah, what burnout actually looks like is, you know, you see people posting on social media, like bigger creators, bigger estheticians, massage therapists, whatever it may be, cosmetologists, and, you know, like social media is absolutely everything. Like they really they didn't tell us that in school. No, they did not tell us that we were going to need a freaking PhD in social media. Yeah. So really, if you aren't like recording, posting, being consistent, having the algorithm push you out, running advertisements, making connections, collaborating, like, like social media is such a big part of what we do, and it can be so incredibly exhausting. So
when it's slow, like the last thing we want to do is get on social media and like post. I mean, we do it, you know, and I feel like that's something that I struggle with. Like I'm such a private person. I've always been a private person. So like having to be consistent with social media, like you said, they didn't tell us that in school. No. And that's today's like marketing. That's like our biggest form of marketing.
It really is, because we've looked into other things. We've looked into like other types of ads. We ran some ads on some golf courses that got us absolutely nowhere. We looked at some like magazine stuff, but like, let's be for real, who's actually looking at magazines these days? Nobody. And they're so expensive. They're so expensive. It would be completely different if we could manage to like run some like ads in some type of like physical form of something that's being delivered to somebody's house, and it not be so expensive, but they are. And I just think about for how much it would cost to put a paper advertisement into something that might just get thrown away and never seen versus putting $200-$300 into social media ads. You can go a long, like we usually, when we run ads, it's usually $20, $50, and that gets us places.
And I have a bone to pick with Apple. Yes, you Apple. I know I have like my whole Apple ecosystem and stuff like that, but why are you guys charging a $20 fee when I'm trying to run a $50 ad?
And it does not do that for me because I have Android.
BS.
Yeah, you wanna answer to that? Because what difference does that make? What difference does it make if it's the same app, and yet for some reason you guys get charged an extra fee on top of that if you want to run Instagram ads, but me with my little Google Pixel over here,
I just don't run the fucking ad.
Right.
I'm just like, what?
Why would you do that? Because $20 extra could have just been a $40 ad if you were, you know.
That's
so like, why would you?
Days of being pushed out. Yeah, I don't know. That's not right. That is not right.
That's so wrong.
Really should look more into that because that's not okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about
maybe
that.
I would have to message Instagram for that, or I don't know. But yeah, I
really don't know. And that's not cool. Together. And that's the thing is, like, our money, it's the only money that we get. Right. So we need to be really strategic with it because, like, the bills are still going to be due. Right. Rent is still going to be due. Right. We still need to eat and put gas in our cars. So it's just, like, all those extra little things of, like, the running ads or doing collaborations, events, stuff like that. Like, because you have to put money into all of that. You have to put money into events. Like, even though, so, like, doing Pilates Brunch Club, like, that was kind of offered to us last minute, kind of. We had, like, 2 weeks to prep for it. And I was like, oh, God. 2 weeks. Okay. And, like, I want to be able to, usually we would, like, offer a service. All my massage therapists were busy, so they couldn't even help. So then we're like, what do we do? We're like, do we do brow waxes? Do we do hand massage treatments? Like, do we do microcurrent? Like, we were kind of like, oh no, what do we do? Because we wanted to offer something. So then we're, like, buying, like, bulk supplies because there was 70 people in attendance. And I didn't even realize that it was going to be 70. So I was like, oh no. Okay, great. Which is great. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing. But I also wanted to send everybody off with, like, a little goodie bag so that they have a little piece of us to take with them. So then it's like, I invested money into all of that just for the hope that going to the event and meeting people and mingling is going to come back to me. And things like that can cause burnout. That can come, how much you have to put up front to get back, like, you gotta spend money to make money when you're an independent. So that can honestly be exhausting. And then there's, like, the physical work on top of it, because there's that's just one part of it. That's, you know, it's like we run our finances, we run our social media, we run just, like, the ordering, like, everything behind the scenes we're doing. And then there's also the actual physical services, because obviously that's the goal, like, that's what we're doing. Like,
yeah, we've talked about that too. I feel like the services are, like, the least of our time.
Yeah, realistically.
We have to be here an hour before to prep, an hour after to clean up. Like you said, we go home and we're working at home.
As soon as we get home, usually it's like, okay, like, I take my dog out, Maddie goes to the gym, you know, like, we probably have, like, an hour and a half, or maybe we'll shower, eat, and then more than likely her and I are texting each other, like, okay, so we need to work on this and we need to do that, and then we stay up, we work on content, we work on, you know, what we got over here, like, our cue cards for the podcast, or editing the podcast now. You know, it's like we're always working. There's always something to do on the outside, the stuff that you guys don't see, you know, or if you are in the industry, then you guys completely know what we're talking about. It's all of just, like, the back end work of all of it. And then there's the physical services too. And I do facials. That's, like, one of my main things. So I specialize in skincare. I offer body contouring, and then I do brow tint, lamination, and waxing. So if I'm doing body contouring, I'm standing, and that's a lot of work. If I'm doing facials, I could be, like, sitting, like, the past couple of Saturdays, I've been back to back with, like, 5 or 6 clients. That's a lot. And I'm talking back to back. I'm talking, my next one's already sitting in the lobby waiting for me to finish with the first one back to back. And, like, I try really hard to leave a buffer of time in between, but God knows that doesn't work out. If one person is early, one person is late, I'm running behind. Like, you know, it's just always something. So, yeah, it's the physical, too. Like, my back gets thrown out sometimes, like, so bad. On, what was it? Was it on Saturday? Yeah, I think so.
Probably was.
It was on Saturday, yeah, because me and Kalia were doing a spa bundle together. And while our clients were having charcuterie mimosas, I was like, oh, my back hurts. And, of course, she's a massage therapist. She's a neuromuscular massage therapist, so she's just, like, she's very in-depth. She's like, where's it at? And she literally had me go lay on my table, and she readjusted my hips for me in between clients. Because she said that my hips were like this. One was up hella high, one was hella low. And so she did a whole bunch of adjustments and fixed me. That way I could just get through, like, my last facial of the day. Shout out to Kalia. If you guys have not had a massage with her yet, I'm begging you.
Book with her.
Please book with her. Try. Because her alignments, like, she is so intelligent. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Gifted.
Absolutely.
And then you're lashing. Oh, my God. When you lash.
My posture.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I had 3 clients scheduled tomorrow. One of them moved, so, because I try not to do more than, like, 4 lash clients a day.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if they're full sets.
It is. Yeah.
Because, like, at least a fill is a little bit shorter, but a full set, good God, depending on, because another thing that a lot of people don't know is that eyelashes have layers to them. So not everybody has the same amount of eyelashes. No. It's not just, like, one layer and you're just putting them on. No, it's like you are isolating your...
Every single individual eyelash has to be isolated, and then you have to let the glue dry. It's tedious, for sure. And I mean, it's good money, but it's a lot on my body. I should probably be going into Kalia, getting massages more often. I mean, my mom's a massage therapist, and I don't even do that. I don't even go see her as much as I should use that. But, yeah.
And your wrists, too.
My wrists, carpal tunnel.
Even, like, your fingers. I know that you have some issues with your fingers and stuff.
Not to, like, flip you guys off or anything. But, like, I put a lot of pressure on this middle finger, and it has an ugly little bump on it, and it's hard, and it's, like,
not cute.
It's not cute. It's not cute. But whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. It
price of the job.
Pays my bills. So, yeah.
And then waxing, depending on what you're waxing. Good God. You're putting your clients in some weird positions. You're putting yourself in some weird positions to get up in there, too.
Yeah. Yeah. I have some pictures of Anna. Hey.
She loves to just roast.
I do. But
yeah.
When do you feel like the first time you realized you were, like, burnt out? Or maybe not even burnt out, but, like, maybe, like, questioning, okay,
what have I done?
Because I feel like we question every time things are slow. That really tests us. Yeah. Like, we would be lying if we sat here and said we have not considered getting a second job. Like, every time we'll look at each other and be like, dude,
how are we going to make this work? How are we going to make these ends meet? Because, it's a lot. It's not just, I mean... There's a lot of expenses that come with running a business, and then we have our personal lives, too, that we have to pay for. Rent is going to be due. That car payment is going to be due. So it's like, what do we do? You know? It's like, and how the hell am I supposed to eat at the same time? Sometimes it's not always that bad, and then it gets slow, and you're like, the panic sets in.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, the panic. And I definitely have had a handful of moments of just like, why? Why did I do this? Why did I need to do all of this? But, like... I'm also so happy. Like, I could not picture my life being any different. And we have talked about getting second jobs, but realistically, especially for you and I, we are here every day. Yeah. We are running. It's literally our day off right now. Yeah. Our day off. And here we are sitting in our beautiful sunroom, which, by the way, yes, different location. Welcome to the sunroom.
We're going to keep you guys on your toes.
Yeah. There's a lot of cute backgrounds in the spa, so we want to make sure that, like, we're actually utilizing all of them the way that we can. But, we've talked about getting second jobs, but, like, how are we supposed to, in what time? Yeah. What time are we supposed to do that? In between, working on content, working on, like, the finance side of it, like, keeping up with, like, our expense and income reports so that way we can keep up on our taxes, and then actually being here, physically being here. And I have no idea how we would fit in time with also trying to sleep. Yeah. And I think to myself, like, do I really need sleep? If I sacrifice my sleep, I could definitely have another job to make sure that everything is just, like, comfortably covered. Right. But then the problem with that is that then you're putting your focus into something else. And then your focus is being taken away from here. The second your focus is taken away from your passion project that you're trying to grow into a successful business, things start to fall through the cracks. Yeah. So
you're tired. You don't want to put in as much effort. Yeah.
And I want to stay focused here. Like, we have some really, really big goals that we want to achieve in the next few years. Yeah. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm trying to be a millionaire. I know I'm over here bitching about not being able to eat sometimes, but I'm going to be a millionaire. Yeah. Okay? Like, do not.
As long as we have water, we're fine.
As long as we have water, we're fine. Just stay hydrated. It's fine.
We'll eat when we get paid.
Yeah. Skinny queens. No. But yeah, I have had a few handful moments of burnout for sure. Yeah. How about you? When do you feel it the most?
Besides, like, the slow months, I feel like I really truly only had one time where I was like, no, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. And it was when I was at my other location in Manteca, and I was having so many issues with my lashing. I literally sold all my lash stuff. Do you remember that? I sold my whole lash cart for like $500 because my retention, it was just a mess. I was like, the retention on my clients was not not working.
And it was environmental. It wasn't you.
It was environmental. It was the chemicals in the air because I was working in a salon. I was upstairs, so all the chemicals were rising. And, I mean, I would literally sit there during my lash appointment and, like, brush through their lashes and they would just pop off. And I was just...
The frustration.
I would go home and cry. I would get anxiety, like, driving to work, knowing that I'm about to take this person's money and the lashes probably... I'm going to have them come in and do a fill
and that is a guilt that you get, that you have. Like, you're making somebody pay for, like, a luxury service and you want to make sure that it is the quality that they deserve and that they're getting what they want for their money.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't care about that. We care about that. So...
Yeah, you guys are spending your hard-earned money, like, at our business.
And we appreciate it. It's literally how we survive, is you entrusting us with your bodies so that we can give you the service that you're looking for, and then also be able to, like, us survive off of that. Like, that's our money. That's how we pay our bills. So it's mutual. We want our clients to come back. We want them to have, like, the best service possible. So, how did you fix it? Like...
No, I moved.
Well, I mean, that. Like, if it's an environmental issue.
I came here.
Yeah, you know?
I tried different glues. I don't know. Honestly, I think I just stopped lashing until I got here. Or maybe that was when I went and got a job at that waxing franchise. And then that's when I started. I don't know. It's kind of foggy, like, the whole...
I know. I'm starting to get memories that, like, we were in school 4 years ago. And I'm like, 4 years ago? How did that happen?
4 years ago?
4 years ago. We started January.
Yeah, we did.
4 years ago. I know. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my god.
Where's the time gone? But also, like, it makes sense. I mean, we're sitting in a fucking massive spa now. Sorry, I just said the F word. My bad. I was trying so hard not to do that.
But it's crazy to look at how far we've come.
Yeah.
In, 3.5 years. We started school 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Go us.
Go us.
Go us.
Yeah. We got it.
We got
Give us another 3 years, bitches.
Yeah, you're not going to believe what we have in store. I can't wait to tell you guys about Summerland 3.0.
We won't say too much, though.
No, not too much. There's lots of things in the work until we can... It's going to be a couple years until we get to that point, but we have things planned, for sure.
We're already putting things into the works for that, so stay tuned. Stick with us.
But we want our clients to enjoy everything right now. I have to, I find myself having to, like, because I am so excited about Summerland 3.0, like, stopping myself from telling people certain things. Because at this point, my ideas have gotten so good that I've had people tell me, you need to stop talking about this because, like, you don't want other people taking your ideas. And I'm like, you right. So, like, I feel like we have our select clients that at this point, like, we're besties, we're friends. And that is a fine line. That's a hot topic of, like, where do you put the lines and the boundaries with your clients?
Yeah.
And, like, what is acceptable, what's not acceptable, where do you need to, like, stop yourself, it's like, I see that in the esthetician groups a lot of people being like, oh, like, my client invited me out, to, like, the bar or a concert or something like that, and, like, I really like her, but do I say yes, do I not, because then it can get a little bit weird, because then you, like, feel like you're hanging out with this person and you feel bad because you, like, take their money, but then at the same time, like, they are a client and, like, you deserve to be paid and, stuff like that. So, client boundaries can kind of get a little wishy.
Foggy.
Yeah, a little foggy, gray areas.
Situation with that. Yeah.
Because then you have friends coming to you, you have family members coming to you. And, so, like, sometimes, like, I have a handful of clients that started as clients, now we're really close, and I'm, like, telling them about, oh my gosh, I have this planned, and they're like, I can't wait to see it. I've literally had people tell me, like, can I work there? Like, when you guys get to Summerland 3.0, can I work there? And I love it.
And we are literally trying to incorporate and find a job for everybody.
Yeah. I'm like, I want my mom to do this. Yes. I want, like, we have a client, Sue. Yes. We love Sue. And I'm just like, you know what? She's like, this sounds great. Can I work there? I'm like, hell yeah, Sue. Absolutely, you can work for us. And then, like, our friend Danielle, who was a client, now a friend, she owns a Farmers Insurance branch here in Modesto, and I'm just like, Danielle, just so you know, I'm gonna need all of your services. Like, I'm gonna need you to insure the hell out of us once we get to that point. And she's like, I got you covered. So, like, it's good to make those connections. It's good to, like, I mean, honestly, connections is everything.
No, it is.
It's the only way that we've, networking is the way that we've,
it is
built upon that.
And that's why I feel like take the losses and we go and do the Pilates brunch clubs events and stuff like that, where we know we're not gonna make any money, but making those connections and building that rapport. And even if we're investing into little goodie bags and stuff like that, like, we want them to remember us.
It's worth it.
Yeah,
it's so worth it.
Yeah, like you said, we've met so many great
people. Social media is a huge part of it, but it also only gets you so far. If you're not getting out into your community and, like, showing your face and building rapport with people, like, who are you? Why are they going to trust you? Why are they going to want to come to you for services when they could go to somebody else that's a little bit more friendly, or that they saw, you know, at their pottery class that they took, or, you know, something like that. Like, you have to get out there and make those connections too. There's definitely, for us industry professionals, there are some boundaries that need to be in place with clientele, don't get me wrong, but it's also, like, I think some things are fine. I think it's kind of like a trust your judgment type of thing on that, you know, like, a lot of things that we deal with clients that makes things, like, uncomfortable is, like, late cancellations, or, you know, like, people trying to text us all hours of the night, or, you know, expecting, like, friends or family expecting, like, discounts and stuff like that. And I feel like in the beginning, when you're really trying hard to, like, build your clientele, some things, you're lenient about. You let it slide. But then there's just some other stuff where it's like, listen, if you have an appointment, you confirmed your appointment, or maybe you didn't even confirm it, who cares, but it's scheduled, you know what time you're supposed to be there. Like, we all have our policies. Like, mine is 24 hours. I know some people it's like 48 hours for cancellations. And a lot of people respect that. A lot of people will respect the hell out of that and be like, I will pay for my missed service, whatever. And then some people, they just but you have to realize, if you cancel your appointment and we had you scheduled for that time frame, you don't understand that if it's last minute like that, we can't fill it with somebody else. So the way that you can go to work and you get paid for your 8 hours, just because we come here and we're here for 8 hours, we're not getting paid for 8 hours. We are getting paid for the time that somebody's on our table. So that can really mess us up. Like, especially when we get paid per service, we have to put part of that money away into savings immediately. We have to take into account, like, what our expenses are going to be throughout the month before we can even break down what we actually are going to, like, make profit, if we make any profit at all. So I feel like trying to get people to, like, really understand, like, that boundary and expectation of, when you book your appointment, you need to show up for your appointment, or you need to give us enough time to be able to, you know, put somebody else into that slot. Otherwise, you know, we're expecting to make, you know, $100, $120, $150 for that moment. And then you cancel, you no-show. Oh my God, no-shows. The audacity to no-show is crazy. Do not be that person.
Don't come back.
And don't come back either. Don't no-show and then try and come back at some point.
No.
Oh no, I will never trust you again. You know, and, like, not all money is good money, and not all clients are meant for you. So excuse us if we don't want you to come back after you no-show us. But, you know, sometimes in the beginning we're a little more lenient, and then as time goes on, we understand our worth. You know, we invest a lot into our education, our products, our space, the environment, everything. Like, we sacrifice a lot of our personal time to make sure that the experience for the client is what you guys deserve, and that you guys are getting your money's worth. So, you know, I think it's a certain level of respect. Another thing is, like, being careful about trauma dumping on your clients, or your clients trauma dumping on you. Because, like, what is your reaction? Because we're supposed to be professional.
Yeah.
You know? And there was a part of our book about it, like, in school, there was a part in our book about this. Is, like, I think it kind of came into play when we were learning, like, ethics and stuff like that. You know, just, like, being careful what type of, we've talked about energy. So, like, energy is part of it. What type of energy are you bringing into the treatment room? What are you putting on your clients? You're literally touching them. There's a transfer of energy through touch. But one of the biggest things is trauma dumping, for sure. Yeah. Because, like...
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know when to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
especially with regulars.
Yeah. Know? Especially regulars. Because, like, I mean, we like to catch each other up on everything that has happened, you know?
Yes.
And I will say that I had a big problem with that, you know, 2024... 2025, because my brother passed away super suddenly, and I mean, him and I were super close. It wasn't even like it was a sibling that I wasn't close with or anything like that. And it was just like, it shattered my entire world. So how was I supposed to come in here and be happy or peaceful or like a comfort for other people? Like, it took so much. And like, it was kind of weird how like sometimes it would be like, I had a lot of like new clients kind of cycling in when it like first happened. And so like the last thing you want to do is trauma dump on a brand new client. Like, sorry, I'm crying during your service. Like, my brother just passed away. And like, obviously most people are like, very considerate and like understanding, you know, and I just kind of like let the universe lead it, you know. Like, I think
you did.
Some people would come into my room and they would notice something, or they would see a picture of my brother, because I immediately, you know, put up pictures of him and stuff like that, and they would be like, who is that? Or, you know, they would ask me, and I would let that lead, you know, because obviously I'm not trying to just like dump everything out. I'm not trying to like just like ooze like bad or sad or, you know, like grieving energy. I don't want you to
feel bad for me. I'm just going through some shit.
Yeah, and I'm here to make you feel better. So excuse me if I'm not doing so hot. So I'm sorry. So trauma dumping, it can be kind of hard. It can be hard not to, because life is just heavy.
Yeah,
life can be so heavy sometimes.
And I feel like a lot of people related.
A lot of people related. Like, honestly, I feel like I had some of the best conversations with clients in that time period because like. Like, let's be for real, like, everybody is grieving somebody one way or another, you know, like loss and death is all around us, unfortunately, and you're gonna go through it. Even if you haven't experienced something like that heavy yet, unfortunately, you probably will eventually. And sometimes other people need to talk about it too, you know. And I feel like sometimes that trauma dump can turn into a trauma bond, but then at least you're homies afterwards. Know? I'm like, you
feel super close afterwards.
I'm like, where is that fine line of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that or whatever. Like, something like that. I feel like, you know, that's okay. Other things, like, not everybody wants to hear the problems with your boyfriend. If my client wants to sit there and yap to me about her issues,
I'll hear it the whole
honey, please, we love tea. Give us the tea. But we got to be careful sometimes, because I do find myself oversharing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because then they come in, they're like, so what happened with this, and this, and this? And I'm like, shit.
You're like, damn, I told you about that?
Okay, well, sit down.
I'm like,
catch you up.
Oh my God, I told you about that? Okay, well, and it's almost like the update is worse than the initial story. And then you're like, do I really want people knowing this?
You're like, no, there's no update. There's no update.
Like, you know what? That just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, that's done and over with. That's funny. What do you think that, like, the hardest boundary to set has been with clients? I don't know. I feel like it's always weird talking about money. Like, raising prices,
yeah, probably that, because some people are like, honestly, I feel like the majority of my clientele is so like kind and supportive. Like, I've landed like really good clients.
Same.
Most of the time they're understanding, and then there's just like a handful of people that like look at you like you're the problem, and
like,
it's
you're
like,
raising your prices $5. Yeah,
it's $5. Like, since I started, because like when we start, we want our prices to be low because we're new. Obviously, we're not going to charge out the ass for, like, the fact that we're not that deep into our practice, right? What I started doing was I started low, and I wanted to give myself the space to grow. So about, like, every 6 months, I would raise my prices, like, $5. And there's been a couple times where there's been specific, like, advanced services where I'm like, okay, like, this needs to be at a higher price point because of what it is or the amount of product that I'll be using or whatever it may be. But, you know, giving yourself that space to grow. I feel like a lot of people are respectful, but there definitely is some people that will cop attitude.
I have literally had a client say, well, I'm not paying that. I'm like, you're not paying that. Well, go down the street, because you could pay $20 or $30 more down the street. And you're not going to get the quality of service that I'm going to give you. Yeah. But okay.
Because even the franchises tend to be more expensive at this point. And it's just like, you might, not worth the money, because you might also end up with a brand new SD that's working their first job, and then you're going to get burnt. Like, literally, you could get burnt. And it's like, well, I hope that that was worth, like, being stubborn about that for literally no reason. Like, I feel like we build good relationships, so it's kind of crazy to me when people act like that.
And I try and, like, post, you know, I'll print something and I'll put it on the wall right by my door, and then I'll kind of remind everybody, like, hey, prices are going up next month, you know, this is how much it's going to be, it's a $5 jump. I try and let everybody know. I post it on Instagram, and you just still have those people that are like, yeah, no, I'm not going to pay that. And I'm just like, okay, whatever then.
And it's like, well, all right. I hope you have, but at the same time, maybe that client isn't meant for you.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, not all money is good money. No. Not all clients are actually meant for you. So,
I've had to cancel a client.
Yeah, maybe like boundary. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think that my answer is firing a client. Because we can do that.
Oh, yes, we can.
We can do that.
I've done
it.
2 or 3 times. I've done it twice.
I think I've done it twice. Yeah. And one was like somebody that I knew personally. And the disrespect was just so crazy. Like, it wasn't somebody I was, like, super close with or anything like that. But it's just, like, you cannot book somebody from their time and then either, like, show up late and say nothing or, like, oh, my God, I don't even know. Like, that person in particular, I had so many issues with. It was, like, not showing up on time, not letting me know that they're going to be late, trying to add more people or different things in the middle of it when I'm like, I don't have that much time. I don't have that much time allotted in my booking. I have somebody after you, and like somebody showing up late and I have a client after them type of thing. Canceling last minute, not showing up at all. Like, my God, just so much inconsiderateness. Yeah. I would honestly, I think that the hardest boundary to set is, like, I will give you all the respect in the world if you also respect me, because this is my business and this is my money and this is my livelihood. Yeah. And some people think, like, we just do girly jobs. So, like, no. No. You have any idea how much goes into it? Especially when you have to, like, drive somewhere for work, too. Yeah. Because it's, like, sometimes it's, like, well, if I would have known that you were going to just cancel on me, I wouldn't have woke up at this time, did this, this, and this, left at this time, came all the way over here, set my room up, all of that, and then just for you to no-show, be late, like, throw off my entire day, and then that's loss of income on top of it. So,
as soon as you I feel disrespected, like, no, you're not for me. You're not for me. Not all money's good money, like you said.
Yeah, I think another one, too, is, like, responding to clients. Like, texting all hours of the night. I know that's, like, a big issue that, hopefully she doesn't mind me saying this, but our nurse practitioner deals with it. Because she's, like, medical, she's, like, I don't want people texting me on the weekends. Like, if it was any other doctor, any other medical office, like, you wouldn't feel comfortable texting your provider on a Saturday at 9 p.m. No. You know, and like, and expect to get a response. And it's like, you can go ahead and hit us up, sure. Yeah. But like, I'm gonna respond when it's like a good time for me. Yeah. And then at the same time, though, as a business owner, I feel guilt.
Same. Because it's like, that's money.
That's money. You know, and if you don't respond, maybe,
right,
like, I'm up and I see it, but maybe I'm in the middle of something, dealing with family, or I'm out, like, I'm on a trip, whatever it may be, and it's just like, do I cross my own boundaries that I set for myself that are my working hours when I'm willing to respond? Or, you know, do I do it so that I can make money, or do I stand on what I said that I wouldn't do? And when we're always trying to hustle and get that next dollar.
I think I was just thinking about, like setting boundaries and stuff and how we are always working. And we've never really had a significant other or like a crazy at home life where usually it's just us going home and it's just you and it's just me and we march to the beat of our own drum, you know? But like the thought of like one day having a significant other where you have to go home and like turn off the work stuff. Like we're not always going to be able to open up our computer and be texting each other back and forth, you know, because like our partner is going to deserve so
our
that's
attention.
Gonna be a whole another thing we're going to have to like
work-life balance.
To do, because I feel like we don't have very good work-life balance because we haven't really needed to.
Not yet.
Because our work is our life.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now it is. Yeah. So work-life balance is just kind of like, whatever.
Whenever
I'll respond almost all of the time.
Yeah.
Almost all the time. Sometimes if I mentally can't get myself to like make sense of something that somebody's messaging me about, then like I'm not going to respond until the next day. If I am busy like with somebody, like they deserve my attention and time, like if I'm sitting there talking to my mom and I have somebody texting me like, should I wash my face at night?
I'm not so
First of all, Google, ChatGPT, Siri. I mean, come on. Like, you just...
There are other resources.
Yeah, there's other resources. The answer is, you should definitely wash your face at night and in the morning. Okay, like, don't make me get into that. But if I'm sitting there with my mom and I'm having, like, a deep conversation with her and a message like that comes through, I'm sorry, but I'm not responding to that. Some things are common sense, even though common sense ain't so common. I get that. But, yeah, sometimes you do have to prioritize the people around you versus, allowing work to take over every moment, because you don't always want to be bringing work home with you.
No.
Especially being a business owner, it's really hard to find that boundary.
It is. Yeah, and that's some of the things that people don't understand. But with that, I mean, we kind of talked about like early pricing mistakes. I feel like we didn't really make any early pricing mistakes, because that was one thing our school actually, I feel like, taught us was give yourself a wiggle room. Like, don't start out super high when you're just getting out of school. You're not worth it. Yeah, you're not worth it. You're not super educated.
Humble.
Yeah.
Humble yourself in the fact of, like, what you are actually worth, because your education is everything. The amount of time that you put into your education is what ultimately you are worth. And, like, going through school, they really just teach you safety and sanitation and, like, the absolute bare basics. So if you actually want to charge those, like, extra prices and, like, really get, like, make it worth it to your clients to be worth that price point, like, you have to invest into yourself. Yeah. So I feel like early on, I think I priced things pretty fair.
I did too.
Pretty fair. I mean, like, our license is worth something, okay? Like, we are worth money because we went to school. We did it. We learned everything. Yeah. So, like, we're worth, money. But you're worth more if you invest more into yourself, your craft, and your niche, because, like, we have such a big scope. We could do a lot of things, but I know what my niche is. I know my niche is skin, and, like, that's where I'm going to make my money. That's where I'm going to focus, like, the most of my expertise on. And then I get to charge those big prices.
Yeah. And it feels good. It feels good once you feel like you're where you want to be. And you can give that quality of service and match the price that you're charging it with. But
it is kind of hard not to compare yourself, especially, like, I mean, I kind of touched on this a little bit in the first episode, but some people aren't actually licensed and they're just doing services that they learned on YouTube, which is so sketchy. Oh my god, especially like lashing, waxing, I mean, all of it. The chemicals, all of it, really. Yeah.
I mean, you can't get, like, at least with skincare, you can't really buy the crazy chemicals that can really mess somebody up.
Yeah, because you can't, you can't, I don't know, because I've seen so much shit on TikTok at this point of, like, do a chemical peel at home, do microneedling at home, and I'm just like,
At your own expense.
Yeah, at your own expense, because when you scar yourself and you come to us crying, I mean, we're gonna help you, but just know, like, we're looking at you like
we're judging a little bit.
We're judging a little bit.
A little bit. Just check and make sure that people are certified.
Yeah, because sometimes, like, it's crazy that, like, unlicensed people, some will charge super, super cheap.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that, because they're not licensed. Yeah. And then some people, they'll charge hella money. And they're not even licensed.
The same price as people who are licensed.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And it's like, excuse me, I didn't spend thousands of dollars to go to school and take my state boards just to have somebody else around the corner working out of their garage, which, like, no offense, I also started in my house. Yeah. But, like, that is just charging as much as I would charge here. But, like, I'm like, I'm licensed, I'm certified, I'm, like, I put a lot of, time into my education and money into, like, the space here, too, because, like, Summerland is is beautiful in here. Yeah. Like, I want it to be such an experience for clients as they walk through. Like, just because you're going to somebody's room, I want you, as you're walking through the spa, going into, like, whoever's room getting the service, like, it's the entire environment. It's not just, like, the room that you're going in. So, I just feel like you get what you pay for.
Absolutely. And I think that coming into Summerland and seeing everything that it has to offer, I feel like our prices should be a little bit more.
Yeah. It's a luxury establishment.
I mean, we offer, and not everybody takes it, but, like, we like to offer water to clients. We like to offer snacks if they need a snack. Like, just little extra gestures, you know?
Like, we got big fluffy robes, and we have slippers, and we have extra blankets, and, you know, like, we're always, like, offering just, like, little tiny amenities, little add-ons, little just nice things.
So that $5 extra that we're adding on, it's being put to good use, okay?
Yeah, because it's also the fact that, like, every single one of my robes is $120 a piece.
Right.
So if you want a nice, big, fluffy robe, which we get so many compliments on the robes here, guess what?
Yeah.
Those are expensive robes, and you like it. You want to use it every time you come, and I am happy to let you do that. But also, I have to buy that, and then I have to buy 2 to 3 different products to make sure that it's completely sanitized and washed and cleansed and safe for the next person to wear it. Right. You know, it's like there's just so much that goes into it, and people don't think about all of that, and I think that is why sometimes they'll look at our prices and be like, well, I'm not paying that. I don't want, you know, it's like, I feel you, but the world is expensive, and keeping up on all of this, and it being luxury services to begin with, like, it's a choice to come here and do this, like, and thank you. We're so appreciative of every single one of our clients, but, you know, don't be, if you're an esthetician or Cosmo or a barber or whatever it may be, massage therapist, and you're just starting out, charge what you're worth. Be mindful of who you are, your expertise, everything like that. As you grow, adjust to that growth.
Yeah.
You know, like always just be charging what you're worth for sure.
And you want it to be competitive. You know, you don't want to be super cheap, but you also don't want to be super expensive. Yeah,
you want to be a nice little middle ground, because I like people to be able to afford my services, you know, like I definitely have like my bigger, more expensive facials, but I also still have my introductory facial that's going to be relaxing. It's going to be corrective skincare, and you get to come in and do something nice for yourself, and it's also not just going to completely break the bank. If you want something more advanced, hydroderm or dermaplaning or chemical peel, work up to chemical peel or whatever it may be, it's going to cost more eventually, but at least you know that you can come in here and you can still get like a really good service for a completely normal, doable price. Yeah. It's both. You gotta have both. And I also feel like another thing people don't like, I mean, you walk into the spa and you're like, oh, wow, like, it's so nice. Like, we always, like, the initial reaction is always, I had no idea it was this big in here. Because, from the road, you really can't tell, especially, like, we have 2 sides of our space. We started on one side, we expanded over to where we're sitting in now, and from the outside looking in, it doesn't technically look like this is part of our building, but it is. And our overhead can kind of be a lot, you know? It's a lot that we have to pay for. It's the building itself, it's the utilities, it's, at least lucky for us, like, our internet comes with our landlord, so at least there's that, because we're next to a tech company, so we just, at least that's one thing we don't have to worry about. But then, like you said, like, we're always providing water and snacks. When we do our charcuterie mimosas, like, we're supplying all those supplies for that. All of our disposables that we have to use, every single client, not, you know, like, there is some stuff that is reusable that we wash and put in barbicide and sterilize and everything like that, and then there's a lot of disposables. So, like, all of that overhead also goes into our cost of service, because we got to make it worth it.
Yeah. And we do. And we have those clients that are appreciative of it. But yeah, we're just putting it out there for more people, because I just don't think that people think that or consider, you know, all that stuff.
They just see us for, like, the instant gratification that they get, which is fine, because it is instant gratification, but just consider us as human beings too. And if you are in our industry, like, don't be afraid to ask for what you're worth. I think that's my biggest thing. It's like, you know, eventually, like, you're gonna have imposter syndrome for a while. It's gonna feel like awkward and weird to ask people for, like, what you want, like, price wise, but honestly, confidence is key.
It is. It is. And if you act like you know, they're gonna know. They're gonna think you know.
Yeah.
Even if you don't. So, yeah, like you said, confidence is key for sure.
It really is.
And I feel like also having just a good partner and like support somebody to bounce ideas off of and stuff like that. I feel like that's super important, and it kind of helps reassure you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, like, I'm not tripping, you know?
Yeah.
I am doing the right thing. Or I'm not crazy raising my prices $5 or,
It's nice to be able to, like, talk to other people and kind of bounce your ideas and be like, is this good? Is this not good? Am I asking for too much? Am I not asking for enough? Yeah. Like, right now, since we do have a room empty in the spa and we're trying to fill it, we're doing walkthroughs and stuff like that. And every time that I do, like, little, you know, walkthroughs, I don't call them interviews, but you know what I mean. A lot of people, they're looking at other suites to rent as well. You know, like, I'm an option as they're searching. And on more, like, the franchise sides of things, I think I talked about this in the first episode, but that can be, like, super isolating, not feeling like you have support around you. It can also just be, like, so bland and, like, industrial feeling in suites like that. And you want your client's experience to be the best that they could possibly be. So it definitely is, it's the environment, it's your group of people that you have around you, and it's definitely your partnerships too, for sure. You know, I feel like a lot of people, I always refer to Maddie as, like, the manager of the spa, because she is. But, I mean, realistically, like, we are business partners. Like, going into this, like, you were one of the first people that I talked to about this, and, like, trying to make everything work, and like, we're constantly bouncing ideas off of each other. Always. Like, constantly. Always. And, like, I think the reason for our success is because we have each other, because we feel supported and not lost, or, you know, like, if you're feeling down or I'm feeling down, like, we usually pick each other back up. And that is honestly how we've managed to just like grow to this rate, because it's like, it doesn't matter if it sucks, it doesn't matter if it's hard, get up. Get up.
Absolutely.
We got to do it.
Yeah. And we do it. And I think that we communicate. We understand, like, the importance of communication, because it's huge. It's huge.
That definitely takes us back to our therapy, for sure.
Yeah.
Therapy helps teach you communication, for sure. And, you know, like, I wouldn't say that, like, we don't really have, like, any issues between the two of us. Like, like, we don't disagree on things having to do with the spa. No. It's more like, I don't know, like, an issue arises or something that we need to deal with or whatever it may be. And we just kind of like, okay, so here is the issue. Here is what the solutions could be. What are your thoughts? And then we kind of just, like, come to an agreement, and we're like, XYZ is the plan, you know?
We always have options. We give each other, I feel like, different perspectives. I'm super young. Well, I'm not super young, but I'm younger, you know? Like, and I don't know, I'm just really grateful for Hannah and for the opportunity, like, she's given me. I feel like I've grown so much.
You have.
Since school 4 years ago. Oh my gosh, that was
4 years ago.
That was crazy. So I feel like it was just meant to be.
I think so too. Our path aligned.
It did.
It definitely did. And, you know, we talked in, like, the first episode about how, like, we weren't even that close in school.
No.
You know, like, we kind of had our other, like, SD bestie in the school that we kind of did everything with, and then we had, like, a bigger group of people. And I feel like it was after school, kind of, like, seeing who was going to stick it out, who wanted to truly commit to doing this as their career, and who was just kind of like, it was, like, a fun option, but, you know, life takes you other directions. But for you and I, luckily, no kids, so we were able to actually put everything into this. Like, put our all into it and fully commit. And, you know, like, you worked out of one space, I worked out of one space, and being able to, like, come together and build something like this, like, our pathway opened.
Yeah, and I think we learned both so much individually that we were able to bring together, you know, and what we want to do, what we don't want to do, and things like that. And then, like, just the fact that, like, 2024 was just rough. Yeah. Like, how we literally went through, like, something so traumatic
in
the span of months from each other. And I think that also
two different
shows
instances of, you know, somebody in her personal life, and then obviously my brother in my personal life, and just like it was a heavy year. 2024 was hard. It was heavy. I feel like we were like at an exciting peak in the beginning of the year. You know, where we had expanded over here. We brought new people in. We're like, okay, like, let's do this. We're really just committing. And that was 6 months into even being open, mind you. And then we had some catastrophes happen.
4 months.
Yeah, we had some catastrophes happen, you know, and it threw us off. It really threw us off in the beginning, and I feel like 2024, we were just doing our best.
Yeah, at that point, we just made it work with what we had, and I think, we kind of pumped the brakes a little bit, and we
at least on, like, the growth, you know?
But just being there for each other, too, and, like, going through something similar, it was just... Yeah, it was just crazy. I feel like we always have had things that are like, oh, this happened to you, and then something happens to me, or something happens to me, and then something similar happens to you. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's like the same life, so but weird. Different font type of thing, where it's like, oh, damn, you're dealing with that too? Yeah, that checks out.
We show up wearing the same outfit. It's something.
Today,
it's literally
like wearing damn near the same outfit. Like, I walk into the lobby, and I look at her, and I look up and down, and I'm like, we did it again.
All the time.
All of the time.
All the time.
Yeah, you know, but I will forever be so grateful.
Me too.
To you. Like, you were the number one person that was there for me when my brother passed away. Like, I have had a lot of people in my life, and, like, I mean, like we've already said, like, this girl is young. Like, you're so young, trying to help me through that. No, like, skills at all, trying to help somebody.
I was just like, my friend needs me, okay?
Yeah, and you showed the fuck up. You showed up in every possible way that you could, like,
I tried.
Doing things for me, being there to help with, like, the funeral process, like, even, like, making sure I got snacks and socks and just, like, comforting items and, like, every step of the way, like, and
everything.
You know, it's like our friendship is a huge part of it. Realistically, we've only had one fight.
Yeah, and it wasn't even work.
It was not work.
Wasn't even work.
It was not work. It
wasn't work.
It was personal, and it was just bad situation.
Yeah.
Honestly, but we fully realized that whatever it was, like, it's not worth what we've built. And that's just one fight in the years that we've known each other, the 4 years that we've known each other, and I would say that's pretty damn good.
That was like the big sister, little sister moment right there. Cause I just have my stupid little moments sometimes, you know, like, I'm still learning, and we all are still learning.
And I'm over here, big sister, like,
what are you doing?
Dumb motherfucker. And I'm just like, hey, maybe we make better decisions. And then she's over here, little sister, like, fuck you, I don't want to listen to my big sister.
You're like, I'm like, we'll talk about it tomorrow after I do what I gotta do, what I want to do.
Yeah. And it's fine. You're so right about that. It really was just big sister, little sister shit.
But I think everything just comes so naturally.
It does.
You know, like, she picks up slack, I pick up slack wherever is needed. We kind of know all the roles and everything that needs to be done around here. So, like,
I also think that's because we built it together. We built it together, so, like, you understand how I want things to be. I understand how you need things to be. So if there is slack, we just kind of pick up each other's, you know, whatever is needed, you know, like, it's like, oh shit, we're out of toilet paper and water again, because we're always out of toilet paper and water.
I brought some more, actually.
Thank you, so did I.
I brought some more.
Yeah, see what I mean? It's just like, that's something that we always need, so we're just always trying to make sure that that's here.
Paper.
Yeah, so much damn toilet paper.
Oh my god.
We should get a bidet.
That'd be nice.
Maybe we should. Maybe that would save us. I don't know.
Add that to the list of Add that to 3.0.
Oh. Yeah.
But maybe just, like, in our office space.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, upstairs.
You don't think we should put them in the locker room?
I don't know. Do you think there could be... I think there could be... Do people know how to, like, use a bidet?
You could put instructions.
I don't know.
Sound off in the comments if we should have bidets in Summerland.
As the clients, do you guys want a bidet? Would you be interested?
It's pretty fancy.
As your waxer, I really wouldn't be mad.
She supports it.
I support it.
Nice
now
little.
That I think about it, that would be a really good cleanup.
It would be. Yeah. We're like, all right, and here's the bathroom. Use the bidet, and then come in for your wax.
Yeah.
Make your life a lot easier.
That'd be great.
Okay, maybe bidets is going to be added to the list.
I'm going to add that to the list.
That's why we need to become millionaires, because I have to afford things like that. But it's fine. It's going to be worth it, because it's about the experience, okay?
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, we kind of like naturally divide responsibilities. I feel like it all just came super natural. Like it really did. Luckily, thank God, because I know a lot of partnerships are not like that at all. A lot of people have...
We didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
We just did it.
Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah,
maybe it's being able to humble ourselves enough to say, I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to Google it. We're going to ask chat. Yeah. Like, we're going to go on TikTok. We will figure it out. I mean, literally, even the podcast. That's literally what we're doing with the podcast, where it's like, we want to do this. Mm-hmm. We have no idea what we're doing, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, just...
And we do.
Because we're humble enough that we can just say, like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then kind of rely on the other person to, like, help figure out whatever that I don't know is. And, we figure it out.
We do.
Hell yeah, we figure it out. I think that's what makes us strongest, honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That and just communicating. It really does. It's overcomplicated. Like, people overcomplicate things sometimes when you can really just sit and communicate.
Yeah. I also think another thing is we don't have greed. We do not have an issue with greed at all. No. Like, we simply want to, like, live our lives, like, independently. Yeah. Like, we want to be able to financially support ourselves independently, completely. Like, that is both, like, huge goals for us separately, you know, is just be independent. And because of that, like, we want to live our best lives. We want to have fun. We want to be able to have money to go travel, but we also want to have, like, the freedom with our schedules to be able to make that happen.
Right.
So I feel like because we're not greedy, because we're not, like... And we keep, like, a good group of people in here, too, that it's the same mindset. Like, we genuinely care about our clients and the experience that they're having here. Yeah. And, like, we know that if we're providing that great of a service, they're going to come back.
Yeah.
And so, if we can get people to come back, that is consistency. That's consistent money coming in. And we're happy. Yeah. We're content with that. We're not greedy. We're not backstabbing. We're not wondering how we could push the other one out and make this the way that this person wants it to be. Like, it's none of that.
No.
It's none of that. Thank God. No. And, like... I know some people aren't that lucky, so I'll say, like, be careful who you open a business with. Definitely. Like, be cautious. They say, like, don't open a business with family. That can get really complicated. Like, be careful. Just be careful.
Yeah. That's one thing my pop always said. I don't mix family with business. I don't mix business with family. It could get messy.
It can. You just got to make sure that... You got to make sure that you're just... in a good space.
Yeah, and we are. I love our space.
Yeah.
It's our safe space.
Yeah, and you're my safety person, you know? Like, you're one of my safety people that, like, no matter what's going on, if it's a small thing, if it's a big thing, I know that, like, I can just, like, I can unload whatever it is, you know?
And that's important to have, those kind of people.
Yeah, those types of friends, and especially somebody that you're running a business with. Just, we have the same mindset. Yeah, we don't have things that we argue about or we think should be done better. Like, if there is something that should be done better, we voice it to each other, communicate, like you said, and then we make it work.
Yeah.
We figure it out along the way.
We always do. We always do.
We always make this shit work.
We always do. Well, let me say. With that, though, what do you think what would be something you would change, if anything? I guess there doesn't necessarily need to be anything, but, like, before opening, is there anything that you would have changed a little bit? Or something you wish that somebody warned us about?
I guess just kind of, honestly, like, the biggest thing is, like, I panicked. I've had a handful of times where I've panicked about getting our rooms filled. Because I have to make sure that, like, the lease is getting paid, right? Yeah. Especially right in the beginning when, you know, we're just kind of, like, we're establishing ourselves in the area. We're establishing ourselves in a new building. We're trying to build up our clientele. And then I have these rooms that I need to fill, right? And not all tenants are good tenants. Not all people who want to come and work in your space are actually going to be good for your space. Like I've said a million times, and we will continue saying, energy is everything. And sometimes your energy can kind of be Like, you can kind of be blocked to things at first, and then you start to see, like, red flags.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Listen to the red flags. Listen to your gut.
Yes.
I know I said that the last time, but, like, listening to your gut is such a big deal when you're a business owner. If something doesn't feel right, if something is off, if the energy shifts in your space, there is a root. There is a root cause of that. And so I think one of my biggest things is that, like, don't just be filling a room to fill a room just because you need it filled. You know, like, don't just be trying to bring somebody in because it's like, oh, shit, I need to, you know, like, make money. I need to make sure that I have people, you know, hands-on. Yeah. You know, like, there's been times where we've had rooms sit open for months because it's just not the right person yet. We learned our lesson with bringing somebody in that it wasn't good energy. It wasn't a good match. Like, it really, like, threw a lot of things off in here. But as soon as that person was gone, the bliss.
Our plants were dying.
Our plants were dying. Bad. Can you imagine?
Our plants were dying.
Can you imagine? And we have a lot of plants in here. Can you imagine somebody's energy being so bad and so toxic that your plants start dying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and then once we got that out of here, oh my God, like, such a relief came over everybody, you know, and making sure that every person that I bring in here moving forward, please talk to me. Please talk to me. Don't be afraid to talk to me. If something is wrong, if something bothers you, if there's an issue with another person, please tell me. Let's talk about it right off the top. Let's get it out of the way. So I wish that in the beginning, I would have thought to myself, even though I was panicking about making sure that the lease was going to be paid and bills and everything like that, just making sure that everything was covered. Yeah, that's really stressful, but I would say that I wish that I didn't fill space just because I needed it filled and that I waited for the perfect person. Right. And now we do. Now we wait for the perfect person. We go through a little bit of, like, a vetting process, make sure that the person is a good fit. Because it's important. It's really important to everybody who's in here. Me, myself. Yeah. Like, the energy of the space. Like, we want people when they walk through the door, like, we want it to feel like home. Like, I one of my biggest pet peeves is going into a business and feeling unwelcome. You know, and being like, I'm sorry, am I a burden being here in this business trying to give you my money? Right. And it's just like, you should never feel like that as a consumer. No. You should walk into a space and be like, oh, this is nice. And, like, there's a smile and there's somebody being kind to you and making sure that you are taken care of in every way that you need, especially in our industry. So, being judged. We never want our clients to feel judged or anything like that. Like, everybody is equal here and we want you to be comfortable. So, I think that. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What do you wish you would have known?
You know, I was trying to think of an answer to that, and I don't know. Honestly, I could probably just sit there and say, like, all of the upfront, like, expenses, all of the days where you don't have clients, but, you know, bills are still due, and you have to figure out, like, how am I going to make this money, you know?
Yeah, you got to show up regardless.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the big things is, like, your investment up front. Yeah. Because we do. We have to invest into all of our equipment, all of our product, the space, everything like that. A big thing that you probably want to do right off top, like, for new estheticians and stuff like that, is get some headshot pictures. Like, pay for some content to post. Because if your social media accounts don't look real, I guess you could say, if there's not a lot for people to, like, see on there, you're not gonna get clients. You know, they want to see your face, they want to know what you look like, who you are, and they also want to see what you're doing, like actual pictures and videos of what you are doing in your treatment room, what your services really look like. So I feel like, and that's like an upfront cost that a lot of people don't really think about, because social media is so big, that you really need to, you know, it's your equipment, it's your back bar, it's your product, and then it's also
education too.
In your education.
Like, I remember after we graduated, I thought I wanted to do facials, so I took a flight to LA and invested in a skincare class, and, like, I didn't even end up doing skincare after that. I mean, I did for a little bit, but then that's when I realized facials weren't for me. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was a lot.
And not getting yourself into debt.
Well,
be careful.
Yeah, careful.
Be careful not to get yourself into debt, because if you're a new business, there are credit card companies that would just love to give you a crazy amount on a credit card for you to spend. And
And we fell for it.
We fell for it.
We fell for it.
And when it came to this, I really needed that money. I really had to buy that shit.
It was worth it.
It was worth it, but getting yourself out from underneath it as you are building up your clientele is really hard.
Yes.
And if you don't have a good support system at home, where your home is taken care of and things are covered financially at home, trying to get out from underneath that brand new is hard.
That could be part of the defeating stages,
the burnout.
The burnout is like looking at all the expenses and all the outcome, but no income. Yeah.
Everything that you're investing into it to make your dream a reality. And then holding on to your hope. You got to hold on to your hope to make sure that, like, you aren't regretting it right off the top. Like, don't do that. You know, like, it is a leap of faith and you can go ahead and take it, but I want you to be prepared right off the top. No, you're going to be investing a lot of your time, a lot of your money. You're going to be sacrificing a lot of your personal life and just, like, your stability. Like, it's scary. It's really scary. Like, you're betting on yourself. But if you know in your head, if you have the drive and you know what your goal is and where you want to be, it's worth it. It's so worth betting on yourself. Like, we have so many rewarding moments. Like, literally going to, like, Pilates Brunch Club. That was something that I had in the works, trying to get into that group for, like, a year. Like, I wanted to be a part of that for, like, a year, and things just kept happening, and, like, the door just wasn't opening until it was meant to be opened. And now it is. And now we have a great relationship with, like, you know, the people who run that, and, like, it's amazing.
The vendors, like the other vendors that pop up and stuff over there, I feel like that just is another connection. And I'm really excited.
Me too.
That was one.
That was one.
6.
I think it is 6. Yeah, something like that.
Total events throughout the year.
Yeah.
And
we'll keep you guys updated on, like, the dates and everything for that as those are coming around. Because also Pilates Brunch Club, all of the proceeds go to women's domestic violence. So we love a nonprofit. So, like, even though, you know, like, you pay for your class and you can pay for, you can get, like, merch and stuff like that. Obviously, all the vendors are there. So, like, you can kind of, like, go shopping and just do girly stuff. We love girly stuff. But all the money also goes to, like, a great cause, too. And it's worth it. It's so worth it, you know?
Maybe I did know that. Because that's separate with the wellness, right?
Yeah, so there's Haven Stanislaus. That's and that's another one of, like, the nonprofits.
Yeah.
And essentially, so, like, the money that Victoria makes with Pilates Brunch Club goes towards Haven.
Got it.
Yeah.
I love that.
There's just so many great groups in the area.
An amazing individual.
She is, yeah.
Shout out to
We definitely will have her on the pod in the future because we want her to spill everything because, you know, I mean, I only know so much, you know, I'm just kind of dabbing into this world, but
maybe we could do like a Pilates session or something
as she's yapping at us.
I don't know. We're gonna.
I'll have an asthma attack
there, or maybe film there or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But we can get really creative with that one. That would be fun. So that'll be another guest in the future is Victoria Popoff. And one piece of advice to new estheticians, I would say really understand your like you said, your niche and what you want to focus in on, and slowly invest.
Yeah, you also don't have to go all in right in the beginning.
No, you don't.
No, you need your basics. So if you decide that you want to be a waxer, then, like, get your wax pots, get your wax, like, just get, like, those supplies, get what you need. You don't need a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Find one company, start there, work your way up. Don't buy a whole bunch of bulk product right off the top. Buy what you need. Same thing with becoming an esthetician facialist is, like, you're going to need your bed. Everybody needs a bed. You always got to start with the bed. You're going to need your table. They want us to call it a table. My bad. You're going to start with that, and then you need your steamer. You need your towel warmer. You're going to need your towels, and then you're going to need your product. So just allow yourself the space to grow. Not just within your pricing, but also just within what you have in your room. Like, you know, you don't have to, I mean, I know that I went really big. You don't have to do that. You can start, I started with a room in my house.
You did.
You know, and luckily I had the support at the time to be able to, like, focus all of my extra little bits of money just into that. And like, also, you don't need to buy a whole bunch. Like, you don't gotta go to Pottery Barn or World Market to get your cute decor.
Ross.
Go to Ross. Go to
TJ
TJ Maxx. Yeah, like
Burlington. Everything.
All of that.
I find decorations at the Dollar Tree and like Dollar General and stuff. It's not that serious.
Yeah, start small, work your way up. Have your goals. Know what your niche is.
Yeah.
And just like start small, work your way up. Don't overload yourself, because you're going to reach burnout way quicker than you're ever going to want to. So, I would say that's my advice for new esties. Or just anybody in the industry. Start small, work your way up.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. That's a good one. Okay. I think out of everything, reflecting, taking away from this episode, what do you think that would be, we would want something, like want the listeners to take away from? Talked a little bit about boundaries, burnout.
If you're passionate about this, you should do it. But you should also know that the market is oversaturated. And it's kind of marketed to you that this is like easy money. It's not. It's not easy money, and you need to really, truly, like, investigate, like, do your own research on it before you decide to jump in. But if you are willing to bet on yourself.
Take the risk. I think I said that last episode. Take the risk. We wouldn't be here if we didn't take a risk.
And today's episode is literally just an extension of our first episode. Just because it's, like, such a big topic. Like, the start.
Yeah.
You know, the getting started. Yeah. Like, the things to consider before you jump in. And then the stuff that you're going to deal with right off top when you enter into the industry. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think do what makes you and, like, individual. You know, don't you, I guess, get inspiration from other people in the industry.
But stay authentic.
Yes. Be you.
Nobody likes a copycat.
No.
Nobody, like, I love the Dallas esthetician. Okay, Savannah Boda is queen almighty. And there's a lot of estheticians who don't like her. And guess what? I don't care. I do. I see the drive. That woman had drive. And she is a little bit younger than me. She started a few years before I did. But holy shit, the empire that she has created. I'm sorry. Like, she deserves all the props in the world for that.
Shout out to Savannah Boda.
Yeah, shout out to Savannah Boda, because, like, there's people like that. And there's a lot of other big name estheticians and stuff like that. But, like, it's great to have your inspiration. Have the people that you look up to. But also, don't copy. Put your own spin on it. Be an individual, because like, authenticity stands above everything else. People are going to feel that. I worked in a space where the owner was not authentic, and people could tell that, and it put off bad energy, and it ended badly. But here, people are always telling us just how comfortable it is. Like, just like how they see that the chances that people have given us, the opportunities that have been handed to us simply because we are authentic. That's everything. So find your niche.
And that your clientele will come with. I feel like being who we are and authentic to ourselves in our business is why we attract the people we do and the clientele we have, and why we have such loyal, amazing clients.
That just want to grow with us to the point where I have clients that are telling me that they want to ultimately work at Summerland 3.0. That's how much they love us.
They want to be incorporated. Any way involved, any way they can. And I mean, if we could, we would. And maybe we will.
And building a business is hard. Building a business is very, very hard. Do not think that it's easy. Luckily, my renters, I cover a lot of like the big overhead bulk of the business of like Summerland Spa, you know, like that is my responsibility. But I also have my room. I have my room that I operate too. And then everybody has their rooms that they operate, and they're their own little tiny business within my big business. And it's a big deal. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of things that you don't know that you're going to need, like permitting and licensing and insurance and stuff like that. And then there's all of like your consumables and your expenses and everything. And so like, make sure that you're building a business that supports your life. Make sure that it's not something that is consuming you. A support system is incredibly important. And if you have the drive, if you feel brave, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah. This is your life. If it's what you want to do it. Don't let anybody tell you not to. Because there will be people who will be like, No, I don't
Are
think
you sure?
should.
Yeah.
And they're probably envious of you.
Yeah, envy's a big one. We should talk about envy.
We should talk about envy. I did an egg cleanse.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, an egg cleanse is so good.
I did an egg cleanse, my first egg cleanse a couple weeks ago, because
there was some evil eyes on you.
There was, and I returned that shit to the sender, and guess what? It returned.
Worked.
It returned. It worked.
It worked.
So,
all right.
Think again. Think again. But yeah, envy, and that goes back to like when you were talking about earlier on how much we open up to people and clients and stuff like that, because some people are
right, and they can use the information that you give them against you.
Yeah.
And you have to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself, and you have to protect like your energy, the bubble around you, because the second that you have an envious person, the toxicity, the way that can just like,
and you just don't trust anything.
Yeah.
Like, once you find out that somebody envies you or just doesn't want the best for you, remove yourself from that.
Yes.
It's not. Life is hard.
Yeah, life is hard. Don't engage. Don't engage with envious people.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do to a narcissist is to cut off their supply. So if you see somebody who is being manipulative and envious and jealous and whatever, cut off the supply, and it will die.
Block them. I love that block button.
I recently used the block button for like the first
did.
time.
I'm so proud of you.
I just never really have had like a reason to like actually whole ass block somebody, but you know what? We do not accept disrespect.
No, we don't.
No, the hell we don't. We deserve so much better. We have so much bigger priorities in life, and life is too short to be miserable. Life is too short to be belittled or disrespected. Like, you stand in your ground. You stand in who you are. You stand with your standards. Your standards, okay? Like, standards and boundaries. So I feel like I'm tangenting a little bit at the end here, but
you're totally right though.
We love a tangent.
It's serious.
Yeah.
I know we kind of mentioned back in the first episode that we were going to have our nurse practitioner on.
Yes.
But we just ran into a few different schedule conflicts and stuff like that. We're all busy. Our nurse practitioner's busy, and she's actually furthering her education right now. I think that's why we had to adjust some things. So
she's taking some classes right now, so we had to push out her episode a little bit.
Blanca.
Yes.
But next week we will be diving into hormones with our nurse practitioner. So stay tuned for that, because we're going to be hitting some pretty serious topics.
We're talking about hormones, baby. We're talking about the body. We are talking about women and what our hormones do to us. So be prepared for that. It's going to be a lot of information, but it's going to be educational information.
Yeah.
So that will, as long as scheduling goes the way that it's supposed to, that will be our next episode. Yeah. So stay tuned, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what your peak and pit of the week was. And if you guys have any topics or anything that you want
questions,
to touch bases on, let us know. And with that was episode 2. High five. And yay for episode 2.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us, guys, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.